comedy song, and this thing, Buchanan and Goodman on trial, Flying Saucer the second.
Now, see, I've got I think I have the version part 1 and part 2, so I'm thinking it's about 5 minutes long.
Flying Saucers part 1 and 2 hit the charts in 1956, made number 3. It was originally titled "Back to Earth." Now, and wouldn't you know, it's on the Luniverse label, right? And it's worth $60 in mint condition. And if you can find the original one on Luniverse 101, it's worth $200.
Wow.
Now, what this born Richard Goodman in 1934 in Brooklyn, New York, he died of a self-inflicted gunshot. Well, in other words, he committed suicide.
Yeah.
In 1989 at the age of 55. Why, I have no idea. But he got together with Bill Buchanan, and they did these songs, what they call break-in songs.
For radio, kind of.
Yeah, they take top 40 hits, and then they stop and break in, and they got an announcement, and they do the crazy little stuff. And
Orson Welles did the first big time
radio thing that scared the hell
joke,
out of the whole world. Yeah.
Yeah, so they tried these to pretend like they were actually happening, but in a joking way.
Right.
Because Orson tried to make it sound like it was really happening.
Now, I'll tell you something about this flying...
War of the Worlds, that was it.
War of the Worlds, right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something about this flying saucer that you're not going to read in a book like this because they don't like to publish it. But these guys got their boo-hoo suit off because...
Using the songs?
Well, no. What they did was, at the end of this, you'll hear them say, "They will return." And they play the Platters. "Always be there," at the end of My Prayer.
Yeah.
But they released this before the Platters released the song My Prayer by about 2 days.
Oh, yeah?
And somebody's going, "Well, what's that song? Sounds like the Platters." So they got sued big time for that.
Huh.
That's
why the guy shot himself at 55.
maybe it could. I don't know. Maybe
the song probably sold a zillion records, but yeah, he got nothing.
All went to the Platters. Yeah.
I can't make it anymore at AMP. Anyway,
we are going to end our show this week with Buchanan and Goodman doing "Flying Saucers" part 1 and 2.
Yep.
Okay. It will return.
We interrupt this record to bring you a special bulletin. The reports of a flying saucer hovering over the city have been confirmed. The flying saucers are real.
Real when I feel what my heart can't conceal.
That was the Clatters recording Too Real. We switch you now to our on-the-spot reporter downtown.
Come on, baby, let's go downtown.
Take it away, John Cameron.
This is John Cameron downtown. Pardon me, madam. Would you tell our audience what would you do if the saucer were to land?
Duck back in the alley.
Thank you. And now the thin gentleman there.
What I'm gonna do is hard to tell.
The gentleman with the guitar. What would you do, sir?
Oh, just take a walk down the street.
Thank you. We return you now.
This is Brett, your outer space disc jockey, with a request for Earth.
Earth angel, Earth angel.
That was the Pelicans' Outer Space recording Earth. I've just been handed a bulletin. The flying saucer has just landed. We switch you again downtown.
Here we are again. We have with us Professor Sir Cedric Fentingmold of the British Institute. The professor is approaching the saucer to see if there's possibly any sign of life aboard.
Well, I'm sure something. Are you there?
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in.
That was Laughing Lewis's record, Knocking.
This is John Cameron on the spot. And now I believe we're about to hear the words of the first spaceman ever to land on Earth. And now, here are the bowl scores.
4-3, 6-2, and 8-1.
The impact of seeing the first spaceman has this reporter reeling.
Here I go reeling.
That was the Clatters again with their big one. Oh!
This is John Cameron again downtown. The spaceman has returned to his ship and is taking off. We return you now to our studios.
The flying saucer has gone. There is no threat of an invasion. However, the flying saucers are still around. we are not going to interrupt this record. Yes, we are. The flying saucer has landed again. Washington. The Secretary of Defense has just said,
Ain't that a shame?
that was Skinny Dynamo's record. That's a shame.
This is John Cameron Part 2. Gathered around me are several of the spacemen. Tell us, have you come to conquer the world? And now would you repeat that in English?
Don't want the world to have and hold.
Hey, why don't you go back where you came from?
Don't be angry and drive me away.
We return you now to our studios.
Here is a news item from Washington. The President has just issued a statement to the spacemen, and we quote,
You can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes.
that was Pa Gherkin's record, Shoes. We switch you again downtown.
This is John Cameron downtown. Professor Cedric of the British Institute, tell us, how were the saucers able to land?
Where do you see...
The motor cooled down, the heat went down.
That was Huckleberry's recording, The Motor Cooled Down.
This is John Cameron again. I believe the spaceman has a final parting word.
See you later, alligator.
We return you now to our studios.
The spacemen have gone again, but look to the skies. The saucers will always be there.
Always be there.
Goodbye, Earth people.
Little too far at part 2. So Cedric Bentamo
Yeah, so they got
of the
sued
British
in that very
Institute.
that very ending part because they released a Platters tune before
They,
the
yeah,
Platters
that
did.
last one was My Prayer, and they released this out to the public 2 days before the other one.
So this is probably the reason why people had to get permission for
Eventually,
using
yeah,
the songs and everything
Yeah.
else because of that.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, because radios used to do gag stuff like that all the time. And thought it was
I know
no
it,
big
yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
But that's why you paid ASCAP and BMI and all those guys to be able to play with that stuff. But I guess they released it as a record, so that was a whole different story. So.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready to go to Arby's?
Ready to go to Arby's and
Before
chow
the
down.
storm? Before the storm hits?
hits, yeah.
All right.
Which I think is just going to be a little bit of lightning and some rain, but still.
Okay, maybe next week I'll have internet.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll get the password in there, no problem.
All right.
Good night, everybody. Goodbye. We'll see you next week.